welcome the authors that have managed to join us. We've got Charlie, Sonny is also in the book, and then we've got the lovely Ruth Franks at the back. She's going to write authors. We've got the lovely Natasha at the back. She's going to write. What's my name? She's going to write authors. We've got the lovely Emily. She's going to write authors. And then Zoom, Ruby Rose. She's going to write authors. Stephen Narrative. She's going to write authors. I can see Dr. Monique. She's going to write authors. I can see Anna. She's going to write authors.
You said that I was all you'd ever want.
Why is it that we boastfully sing depression, you have to flee? But we walk around believing that it still has dominion over me. When Christ has said that he sets the captives free. Now, I'm not saying that mental health isn't a real thing, but I just want to emphasize that sometimes how we like to label ourselves isn't even our true identity.
Wake up, dear. Wake up. Yes, you. Wake up. Why the long face? When will I see beauty? What bothers you so? How do you feel this fine morning? Get up, get dressed, and say your prayers. And today is a new day when you are truly blessed. So if you're not being enthusiastic, you can see me, there's no hiding.
So I'm Ruby Rose. So I'm a transformational coach. I'm really passionate about helping people live with intention, achieve success in their lives and careers. So it just felt like I've always been meant to do this, to write this letter, and there was this part of my younger self I needed to help and heal, but I didn't have the opportunity, or didn't really. And then when she came to me with the opportunity, I thought, oh gosh, it's just been a great experience overall.
And actually, in retrospect, I wish that I would have gone around the world with my husband and grew together, because I did all of that exploring and I ended up back in the same place I started. But my second letter was actually, I think it was really understanding that sex is not an equity that allows you, that determines your world. And I think the world tells you that that's what it is.
Are you there, Cynthia?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Good. Hi, everyone. I am Cynthia Butler Jackson. I'm here in the United States. I reside now in Jacksonville, Florida, the Sunshine State here. What made me get involved in the project is, like I said, God had his hands all in it. Because I was going through some issues too, and getting it on paper was hard for me. And as I started to write it, things started presenting itself right around me, right here in my community, where young girls needed the voice of women, their experience. They needed to know, to hear that they're going to be okay, to know that there's other women that made it through,
Derobed inferiority, niggle behind your giggle. Disengage fears doctrine through angelic persistent. Inhale truth, light, saviour, omnipresent direction. Further, positivity's keys, negativity bolstered or closed in on your melanin broken, fluffy shoulders.
So what was it that interested you about getting involved in the project?
Just the concept of a letter to my younger self. And the reason I say that is, at the time, I was doing some business coaching at the time, and it was all about knowing your why. And I actually used to really, really dislike that question, just because I thought it was just this heady kind of, esoteric kind of question. But as I wrote this letter to myself, it wasn't about trying to remember that difficult time. It was more about healing. It was more about releasing.
It's over now.
I think it's time that I became free. No more sitting way up in the world, looking down from the branch of the tree, thinking that the world below was just too big and scary.
wondering, was it a big mistake because I wasn't born to be daring? You have to buy your own.
You said that I was all you'd ever want. You said that.
Let me tell you a few things about Glory, as I really want you to know. She has supported, nurtured, and watched over me like a guardian angel with an invisible halo. My friend Maureen is one of those lifetime friends, not here for a season, most definitely for a reason. She thought she was faking it when she reached the right age of 35, but actually she was making it using words to enhance others' lives. It has been a busy year for Maureen since launching the Poetry Salon, and she has brought together more women than the United Colours of Benetton.
So here she is again. She should be an invited guest, but she's here with us on the open mic. Pamela, can you unmute yourself?
Imagine me sitting with you, and the tips of my warm fingers gently closing the lids of your eyes. With your eyes closed, imagine me softly holding your hands in mine. For you and I have shared many special moments yesterday and before.
Yes.
Let me tell you, right, with your fancy Zoom, whatever you've got going on in there, because you don't usually look like that. You are meant because you are the first man, the only man, let me tell you, to ever perform at the Poetry Salon. Do you know that?
The children's home near Margate Beach sits a plum in Jethro's mind, a pear, a peach. The home's a ripe and ready fruit to write about, something raw for his primal shout. Luscious food to be digested before doing anything else that is suggested.
Being a star is more than the bling. Responsibility comes if you're up or following. What do we do? We do. Tell me what do we do? We do. Sending out the letters.